Hi everyone, welcome to another free family art project. I'm Autumn, the education coordinator here at Studio 23. I was trying to find a project inspired by the art of Silas Warren, which if you caught Tara's segment, you saw the photography that he is known for. And instead of doing photography, I thought I would show you a really cool alternate photography project. So what I did is I pulled out my my old photogram kit. Some people call these sun prints. Some people refer to it as cyanotype because of the blue color to it and the coating that they put on it. So this is a really fun, really easy, really actually inexpensive alternative to photographs. So really quickly, photogram is basically just when you have like a piece of your paper or whatever you're going to use, and you put stuff against it and just let light hit it, and it kind of creates a shadow. So that's the difference between a photograph and a photogram. So on this example right here, you see this skull, and how I did that is I actually just printed off something from the printer right there, if you can see that, and then put that against my paper and let it sit to create the photogram. Now a more traditional version of the photogram would be this one, where you're putting like leaves and natural items, stuff like that, on it, letting it sit and creating the photogram that way. And really, that's kind of what the photogram was originally created for. William Talbot, back in the early 1800s, came up with the idea of putting this light-sensitive solution, I think it's maybe potassium ferrocyanide, I want to say is what it is, on his paper to create this this concept of cyanotype. So it's been around for a long time, and it's just a really fun alternative process. So I'll try and give you, I think I have some sun, so I'll try and give you an idea of how it works. And let's see. Okay. So what we're going to start with, hopefully you guys can see this. I know it's outside, it's a little rough. So what we're going to start with is you want to have some kind of idea of what you're going to use. I do have some natural items here, right, that I'm going to use to make my photogram. I have my photogram paper, which is in this light sensitive pouch, and you can easily get that anywhere. You can get this, I think I got this from, I want to say Barnes & Noble. I've seen it at Hobby Lobby, and you can of course buy it online. So yes, Al, so I see your question. Yeah, so you can literally find this anywhere. Sometimes they even sell these random little kits that you can find in places even like Walmart and stuff. So this is very accessible. This is a very easy project to find the supplies for. Then you're going to want to go outside and do a little scavenger hunt for some natural items. I just went out front and found like some weeds that I thought were cool. And then you're going to want a little tub of water. I also always put like a couple drops of lemon juice in it because I feel like it helps bring out the blue color, but up to you. For my particular project that I'm doing, I'm also going to use a Sharpie, and I'm also going to use these plastic transparencies. These are great to draw on, and that's what we're going to do with this. So what we're going to do, let's see. And our paper is only approximately this big, so this isn't like a huge project that you need a ton of room for. You just, at least part of it, you'll want to do it outside though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create just the idea of what I want to put together, and then I'm going to put it on my light sensitive paper and put it in the light. So I'll show you that process really quickly. Let's see. Let's see. I have one that I already kind of started here, which I just drew this really simple moth, okay, on this transparency. And you can really draw whatever you want. I thought it would be cool to make kind of like a night scene with a moth, so you might even want to go in and draw like I don't know, some stars or something. Just, you know, anything you want. This should just be something fun for you and your child or your grandchild, right? So you don't have to do anything carried away. And then also on the transparency, I was thinking, like, you know, you could mess around with other things. Like I had like a kneaded eraser, and I was using that, and I was like, oh, what else could I create with this? And like I came up with this like little moon shape, and I thought, well, let's see if like we can put 3D stuff on there. As long as it's opaque, it should produce some kind of shape on our paper, on our cyanotype paper, to create a photogram. So you can see I'm kind of starting to put an image together. And then I think from there, I'm probably just going to go ahead and put some of my found plants on there. Let's see. So I'll put, and I want to keep it approximately the size of the paper here that I have cut out. And I'm just going to try and create a little scene with them, you know, and we'll see how this turns out. All right. I think that's good enough. I think let's see. There we go. Make my moon a little more round. All right, so I like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab my photosensitive cyanotype paper. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slide it right in my transparency, and then I'm gonna move it over to direct sunlight. So, and I might have to do some adjustments here and there, but you know, you have time. It takes like a good minute to 2 minutes, depending on how much sunlight you have, to do this process. So you got a minute. All right. All right, let's see here. All right, I'll grab my paper. Now, we always did this for like summer camps and stuff. Kids love this project. And you'll see the paper is this really beautiful blue color. All right, I'm gonna slide it in here. Let's see, I think I'll do it a little bit on an angle. All right, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and scooch it into the full sunlight. Well, as full as I think I can get it right now. We're partly cloudy over here. All right, and so I have time to adjust these, like I said. All right. There we go. So now I'm just gonna go ahead. Thank you, thanks Al. I'm just trying to figure something out here. And I'm gonna try and keep my shadow out of this as best as I can. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, but ideally we really want that full sun to be on there for like a good 2 minutes. So while that is cooking, I'll show you some of the examples that I did work on previously. This was one right here. Let's see if I can get this so you can see it well. Okay, here we go. This is a little better. Cyanotypes, plexiglass, yeah. So I'm at home today and I don't have any plexiglass. The best I had was these transparency, you know, that you can just slide stuff in. But absolutely, thank you Danielle for the tip. That is fantastic. So this is one that I was messing with yesterday. I put some leaves on it, as you can see, but I also found like an old negative, like a really old negative. And I thought, well, let's mess around with that too. And so it didn't show up quite as dark as I wanted, but you can see in the detail here, that's an old photo negative. So that might also be a really fun thing to play around with, you know, with the kids or the grandkids, letting them pull out old negatives and see, you know, what you can find. I mean, if you have old negatives, I know those are a little harder to come by these days. And then this example right here is, like I said, it was, this is just a printout right here, this skull that was on like a acetate, and I just did it the same exact way. I'm doing the one we're working on right now. And then I let it dry completely. And then I was like, you know, let's try and draw something over top of it. So I just pulled out some soft pastels, and I was like, I don't know, it's blue. Let's draw like an orange rose, right? So, you know, just really having fun with it and really turning it into like a mixed media even. So even after you create these with your kids, there's still art to be made with them if you want. You know, you can still take them to the next level and create something mixed media out of it. So if you look at my piece that we're waiting on right here, it's almost white. The paper has gone from blue to white, which means it's telling me it's pretty much almost done. So then what we're going to do is we're going to move it over out of the light, move the stuff, the arrangement, excuse me, off of it, and we're going to let it soak in some water. So this is what we'll do. Let's see, we'll move it to an area with a little less sunlight. And I got my little bath going, and I'm just going to put it down in there, and then you're just going to agitate it for like about a minute or so. But if you look, you can already see endless possibilities for sure. Yes, Al, absolutely. I totally agree with you. There's so many fun things you can do with it. Kids could really, like literally play with this for hours, I think. But if you look, you can already see that design that's showing up just from things that I drew on the plastic sleeves, and I kneaded eraser and weeds I found in my front yard, and it's, you know, I'm creating this really cool image with it. So like I said, you're just going to want to get that agitating for about a minute, and then all you're going to do with it is you're simply going to pull it out of your water, let it dry completely, and then if you want, go further, go for it. Take it to the next level and create something multimedia out of it. That's it for me today. That is my cyanotype photogram project that was inspired by the beautiful photography of Silas Warren. That is it for me. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and up next is Val. Have a great day. Bye.